Hello everyone. I am working on my Distracted by Diamonds picture. This is Hawaiian Solitude. It's a beach scene with a gigantic palm tree. I purchased this from Patty Wax on Etsy. It's a Distracted by Diamonds picture. It's very large. It has a lot of 310, and while I was working on this light blue color here, I did have a thought. You know, everybody talks about your dreaded 310s. Let me get those where you can see them. Right there. Your dreaded 310s. And how much trash that they have in them. And I was thinking, you know, I worked in plastic for my first job. I worked there for several years. And we did injection molding, extrusion, and blow molding. And when you don't hear anybody speak about this, is the process. Everybody complains about the 310s and why they're, you know, and they're so trashy and there's so much junk and, you know, they're just not perfect. Well, you have to understand that the 310s and really all of the colors are made in a plastics factory. It doesn't matter if it's acrylic or resin or whatever. They're all made in a plastic factory. You know, plastic pellets become your drills. Well, these plastic pellets are ran through machines and ran through machines and ran through machines. So you mix up white with a color concentrate in a ratio that is appropriate to achieve the color code that they're going for. Well, you have problems during production like contamination. Contamination, if you ever have a light colored drill, it's going to have like little dark speckles in it. That's contamination. If you ever look at like one of these bottles, get under my camera, one of these little bottles, and it's got weird looking stuff into the plastic, that's contamination. That should have been a, you know, a quality fail. It should have been ran through the regrind machine. And that is what happens, is the 310s are black. So they start out with a white base pellet and there's black color concentrate added to it at a certain ratio, you know, 1:1, 2:1. It's not ever 1:1 to make the color of the finished product black. What happens is, being it's black, it can be reground more because you cannot see contamination in black unless it's white, which you wouldn't see that if there was quality controls in place to check, and people actually do have to physically check things. They're not just ran off by a machine. At least they weren't when I worked, and you know, that was 20 years ago. I mean, I still work, I just don't work in plastic anymore. But your black can be reground. It is a grinder. Think of not like a tool grinder in your garage or something that your husband or you would use to work on a car. Think of, for lack of a better term, a muffin monster. This thing's got teeth, and the teeth just go in, and it's rotating on a drum. And maybe when I'm editing, I'll put a little visual in. But they go in, and they take the plastic, and they chew it. And it goes down, and it gets chewed. I don't have my, let me go get my drills, my trash drills from my desk, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I grabbed my trash drills out of my office. You know, I keep them in this little 3D printed thing. And I made this with my 3D printer the other day. Pretty cool. I'm gonna make it wider with Tinkercad. I'm gonna go in, make it wider, because I think it's awesome that it's big. I like a big tray, but I want these ridges higher, and I want it longer, you know, wider, so that there's more room to shake the drills down. Anyway, that's the second tray I've made. Alright, so here's my trash drills. And then I got this little container. It came from Patty Wax with this diamond painting. But let me get something to point with. We'll use our tweezers. Pink Diamond Art Club tweezers. And these tweezers came with my Game of Thrones painting. But this is all my trash drills that I've saved working on my smaller pictures. Okay, here's a perfect candidate. Let me get it close enough. Maybe it will zoom in. Maybe it won't. Let's put it up against solid background. Okay. This, my friends, is a piece of regrind. That is regrind. If you find this in your drills, that made it through the plastic production equipment as regrind. That is ground. That was a quality miss that was ran back through. It failed quality inspection for whatever reason. Whatever product this was ran through a grinding machine. You know, think unfortunate terms, muffin monster. It's just chewing and the little piece goes down through, say these are the teeth, the little piece falls right through here and it just grinds it up and goes out into a bin, and the material handler collects it, mixes it up with the ratio mix of color and white, and it gets fed back through the plastic machine, the production equipment. That is regrind. I've got several of them in here. I know what to look for because I worked in plastic. I look at all plastic. It's just part of life. You know, I work in supply chain now. I've got a bachelor's in supply chain. I'm working on my MBA in supply chain currently. And so I think everything in terms of my training over the years. But this is regrind. This should have not made it into your finished goods, your drills, your 310s. And this was from around 310s, I believe. Let's see. I'm not sure. But anyway, it looks like it might have been a square. But what this is regrind. Let's see if I can find you another one. I mean, I've got lots of regrind in here. A lot. Some 939 regrind. Some more 310 regrind. A big old chunk of 310 regrind. You know, all kinds of stuff. Here's a chunk of blue regrind. Ooh, sorry, I knocked my light ring. Chunk of orange regrind. Alright, so basically what the point of this video, other than showing you that, hey, this is what I'm working on right now, is to show you, I wasn't showing you, that you're going to find regrind in your drills. That's the trash drills, is regrind drills. Or drills that have flash, and this flash is extra material on the object, okay? Let me find my... There's flash. This is a round drill, and it's got material all around the sides. That is flash, okay? That should have been run through the grinder. Somebody didn't catch this. And the company I worked for made printer parts in Sanford, North Carolina. The company no longer is in North Carolina, so I can talk about it. But that's what that is. That's flash. I don't have any contamination right here in my little trash drill tray. Next time I'm doing a light color, I'll look for contamination. I have seen lots of it. And I usually just throw it out and keep on going. If I'm in, like right now, my dining room, I'll just throw it in the trash and keep on going. These are in my office, so they go in this little container on my desk. And then once it's full, I chunk them. But anyway, here's another example of flash on a light color. This is flash. And if you work in plastic, injection molding, blow molding, extrusion, it's basic, same concept. That is flash. I think I just lost it forever. I'll find it. Anyway, that was flash. It's probably down in there. Yeah, there it is right there. Found it. Okay, sorry if I got cat hair on me. I've been handling my cats today. But yeah, there's flash. Excuse my fingernails. I'm girly, but I'm not that girly. I could be. I have everything to do my gel nails and stuff. I just don't usually because I work from home. And my husband's okay with it, which is okay. And my fingernails don't have dirt under them. That's stain from something I was doing. But that's flash. I'll put that back in there before I drop it again. Anyway, I just wanted you to know that was the whole point of this video. Flash, regrind, contamination. That is the trash in your drills, y'all. It is manufacturing process. It's part of the process. It's because somebody was off in space, zoned out. I call it behavioral issues just because I've worked in manufacturing most of my life. You should never find, for example, if I found this much trash, when a lot of these were just colors mixed in with other colors, and I just pulled them out and threw them in my trash bin, but if I found this much in one color, I would be so aggravated. I know a lot of these 310s were in the same bag of drills, but it was a budget friendly, so I didn't expect much. You know, that's why I buy so much from Temu, is because don't expect a whole lot. You won't be disappointed. As long as it's sticky, the drills are the right color. The drill field can work with your light pad. You know, if you have your light pad and you can see the field and the symbols all right, then hey, rock it, man. I mean, not everybody can afford an $80 picture, you know. Me, I like to do the small ones, and while I have a big one going. This one I paid a lot of money for. That S2000 that I have on the debt table over there waiting to go to my husband's office where he works, I did not pay a lot of money for it, and that's a custom made one from Center One. I mean, if you've looked at my TikTok or you've looked at my YouTube, you've seen updates on stuff like that. I mean, it is what it is. It's, you know, supply and demand, and you get what you pay for. Just think about that. But I just wanted to let you know what your trash is. Your trash is production failure. It's quality escape. Or in this case, the regrind should never get into your finished goods unless it was flying, which it tends to happen. I mean, it happens a lot because vacuum runs these machines. They're sucked. This stuff's sucked into the machine via vacuum tube. If there's a leak, it'll go every damn where, and it'll get into your finished goods. So don't hate on the company for having trash in their drills. It's the person who ran the machine that was in charge of, or, you know, the machine operator that was sorting through these things that missed all this stuff. Or in, you know, this regrind, you know, the flash is unacceptable. That should have been caught. The machine should have been manipulated, because that is a machine fault at the core. You know, production failure, not a person failure. It's not behavioral completely. If it's flash, machine has to be adjusted to eliminate that. But all this regrind, that could have flew in. They could have had a vacuum leak in one of their tubes and blew regrind everywhere. It happens more than you would, you know, more than you would think. But there's your regrind. Here's your trash talk. Let's talk some trash. But there's your science, so to speak, behind your trash drills and your black. It's regrind, y'all. It's part of the plastic making process. It has nothing to do with the company that is manufacturing your drills. Get over that. It's bullcrap. It's just part of it. That's how manufacturing works. And there's always going to be quality escapes. Nothing is 100%. Even Six Sigma. I'm certified black belt. Even Six Sigma, there's room for error. So you're always going to have something like this or like this. You're never going to completely get away from it. So, food for thought. Happy Saturday. Enjoy your painting. Thank you. Bye.